some people say this is a fairly progressive movie for its time.
Parts I say sure.
It I don't know. There
disagree?
Are parts of this. Well, this is a horror franchise. Like,
yes,
you don't usually look to them as a beacon of moral guidance. Like, that's kind of the whole thing about them.
I'll just input that it shouldn't strike us as something progressive when it's being human about other people. And like, sure, 2004, nobody was speaking the way we do now, but I think treating people nicely, even in a horror movie, is probably just consistent throughout time, because you don't have to be a bigot.
Yeah,
and that's where we are.
Yeah, I guess I'll say in that regard, the movie has its merits.
1 out of 20.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just when I think about the big reveal where I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I'm so conflicted about it because on the one hand, they gave it a shot and they weren't mean, like, but on the other hand, like, I don't know. It's also weird. But then on my third radioactive hand, I also like the concept of having, 2 children. Like, it's just got there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot to unpack.
I mean, we'll get to that part of the plot because I'm still a little confused at only seeing one kid at the end, or I guess there are 2 kids, but I don't really officially know if both of them are Glenn and Glenda.
Yeah, because we didn't get to hear Glenda's voice.
You only really see
Billy Boyd's voice.
The sparkle in Tiffany's eyes is the only one that does, like, oh, okay, so she made it. I mean, spoilers. But yeah, I say we get to that part because I don't really know. I assume the rest of the franchise will say, oh yeah, definitely. They made their plot and they stuck to it and they made it through, and surprise, Chucky never dies.
Welcome to Potato Chip Pictures, the movie franchise review podcast. My name is B. Sammy Davis.
Hello, I'm Justin.
And today we are looking at 2004's Seed of Chucky. Justin, please take us away.
Our director of this, which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th installment of Chucky is none other than the forever screenwriter of all of them except the reboot 2019, Don Mancini. But this is the first one that he directed. All the other ones have been others. Producers kind of stay the same, David Kirshner, but Corey Sinega, I don't know if that name is
that.
any other portion of the previous part of the franchise. Okay, I was starting to mix up numbers. The official budget is $12 million, and they got double that, 24.8 back. I don't think that's too bad.
I have seen the budget listed as high as $29 million. And if that were the case, then they lost money.
Okay.
So I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know who gets to report the returns, but there are conflicting stories that I heard tonight about Universal passing on Seed of Chucky. Universal had done, I want to say, Child's Play 3 and Bride of Chucky, and maybe Child's Play 2, because they had issues with their original publisher, where they didn't want to actually carry horror movies anymore, so they had to shop it around. And I think Universal picked it up, and there are two conflicting stories, and one of them sounds more realistic than the other. So the first story says that Universal passed on it because of the low box office returns from Bride of Chucky, which I will remind you doubled its budget. And
Too low.
Then the other story that I have heard was that all the way back in 1998, when Bride of Chucky came out, Don Mancini submitted a script to Universal to get started on the sequel, and Universal rejected it for being too gay. And so then he went and found someone else who made it happen. But that's also the explanation for the 6-year time gap between
I suppose,
movies. Yeah. But the point is, we get conflicting stories about what happened with Universal Pictures, and I do find that fascinating. I really do find development drama a little bit interesting, because it's like, what kind of movie would we have had if Universal was like, you know what, we're going to do it again, and 25 million, get this out by the year 2000.
Yeah.
You know?
That's plenty to say about that sort of timing. It changes. Maybe not necessarily the script, but also maybe the script. If you hit bad timing with like COVID, I'm sure that would change how stuff is shot and whatnot, or just not even made.
Exactly. I mean, famously, I think it was Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Disney Plus series. When it was originally made, it was going to be about a pandemic. Well, then a pandemic happened. And so they rushed to change a lot of things, and it does reflect on kind of a weaker overall story. But even then, you still get hints. Like, there's this old lady that dies, and apparently that was supposed to happen much later in the in the show, because she had contracted this virus. And
sure.
So that things change based on how development is going. And with this movie having 6 years apart, I imagine even whatever the original script was that Universal rejected had to go through changes, right? Like, you can't be making it that long without being like, you know what? Let's change that. That doesn't work.
Yeah, I'd agree. All of them. I mean, there's 7 between 3 and Bride, but the rest of them are pretty fast. So I do wonder about 2004, because I think Hot Topic was a store by then. And in this one, Chucky is very aware of his fame. So if even not getting great box office returns, the characters got merchandise, and I feel like he's right. I knew who Chucky was without ever seeing the movies.
And I think Scarface Chucky is far more recognizable than any other version of Chucky. Original or reboot, I still think of Scarface. Like, that's the big Chucky.
Not his lovingly nicknamed child shitface. I was like, what a choice. Like, the first 30 minutes of this is so what do you call it? comedic
bizarre.
and bizarre. I was sad that they had to start sticking to a plot because it was like, this is all pretty random, but it all works pretty well. Like the beginning of Austin Powers 3, was it? Where it's the bizarro Austin Powers movie with all the cameos, or is that
yes
different? So that's what it felt like. At 30 minutes of, man, now Chucky is this is a movie set. It actually isn't like an alternate universe. This is actually what's her name? Jennifer Tilly, not Tiffany,
yes.
played by Jennifer Tilly. I was a little confused all right there, but it felt bizarre.
I think I saw that message in the group chat, and I wanted to respond, but I was just like, yes, I remember that feeling of confusion when it's like, wait a minute, she's not alive anymore.
She's dead. Yeah. And the dolls are dead. It did not make any sense, but I do think it weaves in the idea that, Chucky, if he can be summoned back like an elder god, he's going to show up. And like currently it's always been to a doll that is him, but maybe it'll be something different down the road.
Yeah. Why not? But it is hilarious that our resurrection this time are into animatronics. Like they are completely unrelated to any version of the doll that has ever been crafted. Now it's just a spell. That's all we need.
Well, so first 30 minutes, that's my review. Fun, ridiculous, bizarre.
I loved Glenn's nightmare. I think that's at the very beginning, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's a little bit later. I'm having trouble remembering everything that happened in order because everything's happening.
Because Glenn is actually that baby from the graveyard who I guess has some sort of trauma memories passed on from Tiffany the doll. And so he's remembering the murders that, or no, it's a random British family, right?
Yeah. He murders imagining them. Murder. And then he wets himself.
So bizarre. And
it's so weird.
I was content to be along for the ride because they are what would be mostly priming the universe instead of the plot. Like, yeah, she's a actress and she's trying to get a new role. And like, we don't really care about the new role. This is Chucky's going to reappear again and try to commandeer some bodies until he's like, I don't want to do this plot again. Like, that's where the middle section, maybe I didn't quite enjoy as much because it is like, we got to deal with the plot and the crux of Chucky, but then he rejects it.
See, and I think the middle is where this movie shines.
A little slapstick. The murders have always been a little bit like the RV, that one guy getting smashed by a semi-trailer, but this one is a little more. But you go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, for me, the weakest parts of the movie are probably the beginning and the end. But there are still likable parts in them. Like, I think fondly about most of the beginning, most of meeting Glenn, most of everything about Glenn's escape and travel overseas back to the U.S., all the way to Hollywood without anyone ever discovering him. But he doesn't have to worry about it because, as we're soon going to learn, he doesn't have any bits. Like, for some reason, this live birth doll is the most doll of all three of them.
Yeah, that was an odd moment. I'm like, okay, I guess this
It
is.
telegraphs, I guess, to the rest of the movie, or I guess it's foreshadowing, not telegraphing. But at the same time, I was just kind of like, how does he pee? Like, where does it come from?
I guess, yeah. That's a question. Uh See, and that, sure, if we pick at those sort of things, the ending won't make sense. Like, how do two pieces of Glenn slash Glenda turn into two kids?
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
there's two personalities. I don't know. So I think I like the kind of Wile E. Coyote type escape and travel. He ships himself in a box. We only really need to spend 10 seconds on it.
Yep.
He didn't kill his first dude because he's totally on the I don't want to be a killer. This is a terrifying dream.
Yep.
But he gets away
He
from him.
is a good, scary looking person. He just wants to do good. That's all he wants to do.
He's got the zombie complexion of Ziggy Stardust, but
and the sharp teeth.
yeah.
he's
really,
a terrifying little doll.
yeah. I think he's creepier than the other two.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny. I couldn't initially watch the first little bits with the volume up. It was low, so I was catching the wording, and then he's asking his parents once he's found them in bed, being like, "Why do we kill?" And I was like, "Hold on a second. This is what, Pippin or Mary? One of the hobbits is asking, why are we killing people?" And it's it's like, oh, well, they picked the right voice actor to get that across. I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
The version I was watching didn't really help with voice acting for when Glenn slash Glenda is like, I felt like it wasn't Billy Boyd anymore, but I don't really know if it changed or if he just did more voice acting.
I think it is the whole time. I don't think anybody else takes over his voice. But see, you bring up where the movie starts to turn great for me. And that is when they decide that they are addicted to murder. And they must face their addictions head on. And I loved it. Oh my gosh, all the way until close to the end of the movie. I was having a great time, especially with murder as an addiction. That was so great.
It explains why they do what they do, because sometimes it is like, why are you killing this random person? It's like, oh, so they don't know about me being a doll. Like, nobody's gonna believe him, so
yeah,
you don't have to kill him. You're leaving evidence that you can kill.
If the only thing that was there was a doll, like maybe the doll did it, but no one's ever gonna believe that a doll did it. So the dolls can kill with abandon. They can just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I love as well the side plot of Jennifer Tilly trying to get a part in Redman's movie about the Virgin Mary.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of those side plots that feels like a silly joke. It's necessary so that there's something else going on, and delivers a couple of bodies for them to turn into. So why not make it ridiculous? Like, I don't know anything about Redman's directing credentials.
Yeah, I have watched some Redman movies. I know I've seen at least one movie that he was an actor in, but I can't remember what it was called. It was some stoner comedy, and I just can't remember what it was. But I was like, wow, he's in this movie a lot until suddenly he was no longer in this movie anymore.
He's gotta die in a kind of silly punchline sort of way. I can appreciate that because this is a horror comedy franchise now. So yeah, I did laugh that Jennifer Tilly getting pregnant, he's completely not what's the word? Not stressed about it because he's had a vasectomy. And I'm like, oh, why wouldn't a lot of Hollywood dudes just get a vasectomy and be like, no, there's no possible way that it could be me as the father.
100%.
Just don't need to risk it if you don't need to.
But oh man, I now that I'm thinking about it, I really enjoyed all the way through the pregnancy because I'm also thinking about Stan, the limo driver who is madly in love with Jennifer Tilly, and he wants to tell her the whole movie.
Yeah. Sacrifices his life to save Tiffany, basically.
Yes. And then still can't tell her.
Still can't. I think the dolls are there to be addicted to murder, and the stand-ins for it, kind of like Bride of Chucky, the people don't, like, their stories are there, but they don't really bear any significance to the franchise. They're just people to be murdered. I feel like when Chucky opens his closet, I didn't even recognize all the people that came out of it. I'm like, when did he murder the rest of these people? Okay.
They just all start falling out, which, is the joke. The fact that even though Chucky has been a little more public with his killing, Tiffany is still a murder doll, and she just does it once or twice to keep the edge off. Rome wasn't built in a day. And then one of my least favorite murders, and it's because it made me realize that this was the other Chucky movie that I had seen. I just had forgotten most of it. But it was the death of John Waters, playing the paparazzi guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, the acid face and gore was I
didn't think it looked good. I didn't like it.
I mean, the transition of the initial burn, sure, I could agree there. But the after looked like it wasn't CGI. It looked like it was
maybe it
wet
was
and fleshy. Maybe
they either had a model or something in there to look good. And I don't know, there's that, maybe I'm just bored with the joke of surprise, I'm here. Oh no, I'm dead because you surprised me. Had you never surprised me, nothing would have happened. I don't know, that was just my only beef with it. Although I did like that it started the track of Glenn being there for a murder and both the parents being like, good job.
You're working on your what do you call it, resume as a murderer. And eventually does murder somebody. But I will touch base on that paparazzi. I didn't particularly feel like it was connected so much as they had to go chase him down so he wouldn't have pictures of Chucky masturbating to okay, this is.
See, when you say stuff like that, I start to think maybe my score should be a little higher because you just remind me this movie has little quirks that make it so good.
my score will be reflective of that. I don't think this is the worst Chucky movie. So I do. It is higher than I expected. Because Bride of Chucky I didn't love the stand-in human actors as like their plot was, I don't know, less realistic than this one and just a little more convoluted of these teenagers are running away to get married because their uncle, who's her guardian, is against it. Like, okay, Jennifer Tilly's looking for an acting job because she's an actress. Like, okay, it's Red Man. The movie might be ridiculous, but she has a chauffeur. It felt a little more connected.
You know, I think you raise a really valid point because the previous humans felt like just standard horror movie trope characters that you could just throw into any horror movie. And they would just be there, and it doesn't matter who they are or what their motivations are. They're just there to show off the killers. And this one does not work without Jennifer Tilly playing Tiffany. It's critical for Jennifer Tilly to be playing two roles in this movie. Yeah. And the fact that she's kind of a B movie actor, like she doesn't do a lot of really
she's not
big
Julia
movies.
Roberts. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. That's the whole joke. And then, you know, of course you would want to get in with an up and coming director like Redman. Like he was a big deal in the 90s as a rapper, and he's been in movies. Like, why not make him a director? I have no idea. I have no idea what his film career.
I tried to look briefly, and I don't know that I saw any actual directing.
Yeah, that's why I'm sitting here like, I don't know. I'm not that into movie directors and celebrities. Like, I mostly know them from doing songs with Method Man. Like, that's my association. So the point that I'm making is like, it matters that we have these two celebrities playing themselves in this movie. They are not just your typical horror movie fodder. These are celebrities that we have seen our whole lives, and one of them just died on screen.
Yeah.
So I do like that. I like that our human side of the story works.
It at least felt a little more like something. Like it grabs Jennifer Tilly and says, "We'll make a story with her. Disregard that she played Tiffany and is still Tiffany. But here in the universe, there was a very doppelganger-like instance happening. So she's back, but she's herself. And now Jennifer Tilly."
A little part of me wanted a Brad Dourif as Brad Dourif, at least as a cameo. Just to have him be like, "Oh, hey, Jennifer, how's it going?" Like, just something like, and then he's done for the whole movie. But
well,
I just thought it would be nice if we've got that.
You only get Jennifer Tilly playing Tiffany, who's now into actress Jennifer Tilly's body. So she has to filter Tiffany back into her actress self. It's a silly little sandwich of characters in one.
Well, I'm kind of glad that it turns out that Jennifer Tilly and Tiffany are very similar characters. They don't have a lot of difference except for one's propensity towards murder.
Murder.
Oh, man.
It's an addiction. She's overcoming it.
Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. She needs time. I do want to speak on, frankly, I think that Tiffany is a really well created character and fleshed out in a really great way by Jennifer Tilly. And even though I just made a joke about them being pretty much the same character, as I think about it, the Jennifer Tilly character is very self-absorbed. She has a lot of doubt. She's really concerned with getting back on top, and she's willing to hurt the people closest to her to do it. Whereas Tiffany, she's got a little more confidence, and she's ready to kick her man to the curb, and she's willing to accept her son/daughter, whatever, like, just accept that child because it's your child. And like, I think that she genuinely played two separate and distinct characters, and I feel bad for my earlier snide remark.
I mean, it shows her range. She did a great job. I think her conflict as Tiffany and trying to not be a murderer anymore was a nice touch of trying to change. Like, she struggles at it and doesn't stop murdering people. But I'm trying to remember, I felt like at one point she felt like she stepped in. No, she didn't step in front of an X. She just got X'd at the end.
Yep. Yeah, didn't step in front of it. She was full on murdered.
Yeah. I think it's maybe a little bit more, because she does call somebody to say, I killed your husband. I feel bad about it. Kind of the self-serving confession where it's like, oh, you just made that person's life confusing and miserable. But I'm glad that you got to confess it to somebody. I forgot
all about that. That was a 10 out of 10 scene. Oh my gosh.
Okay, bye now.
I laughed out loud when that call happened. I was like, oh, this is so funny. Oh man. And then I've got to point out, because I just remembered it, in the special effects studio where Chucky and Tiffany are resurrected once more, I loved when they took the screws off of Tiffany's back plate and we get the organics underneath. And
so gross.
It was so
very good.
gross.
Very good.
So good.
Fantastic job.
Again, it's one of those things where you have to be like, wow, why is it changing so fast? But, this isn't a franchise about its lore. This is a franchise that just says the dolls are killers. Let's go with it.
They're alive, have fun. So that they bleed when you attack them, but.
Yeah. Don't think too hard about it.
Yeah.
Forget about the lore from the past. Isn't that a gross effect? And the answer is yes.
Yep. So gross. Surprise.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Speaking of surprises, let's get to it. Finally, there is a voodoo pregnancy. Jennifer Tilly overnight is ready to give birth. She rehires her assistant, who isn't going to make it through the rest of the movie. Everything goes down. Everything's happening all at once. I don't even remember what's going on. But at one point, a blonde doll kills someone.
Oh, yeah.
And Chucky's like, Tiffany, I love you, babe. And the doll turns around to reveal it's Glinda. Glenn apparently has dissociative identity disorder.
Something like that.
Yeah. And there are two people in that brain. Kind of. Because he's also like, sometimes I'm Glenn and sometimes I'm Glinda. And like, so part of me was like, okay, so is this like, you're kind of transgendered or non-binary, and it depends on how you feel, but very soon we're going to learn
I don't know.
Well, no, because twins are born and both identities are able to possess the bodies of twins. So it was DID the whole time, I guess.
I don't really know, at least from the small bit. Like, they talk about Glenda and the maid is scared of her. But we only really see and hear Glenn's voice with the boy at the end. Unless I missed something.
Yeah,
but
Glenda never speaks.
I assume that they split into two or something like it. And you know, the lore reason for that is not gonna matter when we get to the next movie. So I'm okay.
I haven't read ahead, so I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. We're going to play fast and loose with it. We're looking at a
9-year gap between this movie and the next one. I've got to say, I did find it a little bit charming, just a little bit charming that Tiffany as Jennifer Tilly was still walking around with the doll, and you know, I enjoyed that Chucky, at least his arm came back one more time, because he's always coming back. That's what he does, man. He always comes back. I did kind of want to either hear Billy Boyd's voice coming out of the little redheaded girl, or I would have liked for Glenda to have gotten the murder, to have gotten the kill. That's my only beef, is the fact that it's still Tiffany getting the murders.
Well, yeah, I was almost expecting it to be Jennifer Tilly in another Chucky horror movie getting the kill. But then they flash her eyes to Tiffany's green eyes, and it's like, oh, so the voodoo magic did put you in a human body. Okay, so Glenn and Glenda are probably Glenda. And then Chucky's arm shows up from where? We don't really know.
I don't even remember how he died this time. Like, that's what's keeping my score kind of low, is that, like, the important parts of this movie are not very memorable. The parts that matter to me are watching the Chucky doll masturbate, or, you know,
silhouette.
Red Man's guts getting spilled.
We're not quite.
Yes.
It's in silhouette.
Oh, yeah. And this is the first movie that had both real and plastic boobs.
It's quite the accomplishment for Chucky to have gone 5 movies without that, I assume, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, it's so silly.
That's where I think most of my rating comes from, is this. I think I just enjoy horror comedy more than just horror. So,
yeah,
like, there was more good things to find, in terms of, this made me chuckle, this made me roll my eyes, this works because it's outrageous and silly. I mean, I don't love the whole, like, turkey baster getting Jennifer Tilly pregnant. Voodoo magic, I love that they call it out before you see the voodoo magic. Like, okay, you guys know that, like, we just need an explanation, 5 seconds long. Say, oh yeah, it's the voodoo magic, man. It's gonna do something. It's gonna make it happen tomorrow. Well, that condenses the timeline so much nicer. We'll go with that.
I just looked it up. Glenn dismembers and then finally kills Chucky, and Chucky's proud of him right before the final axe blow, after getting his arms and legs chopped off.
Thanks, man. Love you, kid.
It's shockingly wholesome.
Yep.
Shockingly wholesome.
That is the tagline. Let's grab it now for this one. Like, oh, you know, people can be nice to, I don't know, non-binary / whatever Glenda however that lore works out, you can still be decent to your children that aren't exactly like you, because they're just murder kids if you're Chucky and Tiffany's child. Just love them.
And I'm sure they're, far more proud of Glinda than Glenn, but Glinda's
people.
got problems.
Of murdering people.
Yeah, this was a second viewing for me. I saw this movie many years ago, way back when I still watched television. And so I probably watched this with ads. And at the time, what stuck with me was John Waters. I think I had just watched a movie that he had directed. And I was like, that was a weird movie. And then I watched this one and I was like, hey, that's the director of that weird movie. He just got acid spilled on his face. That's weird.
Oh, that guy?
And I thought it was weird that I don't know if I'm going to say famed director, but he is a famous director. He's just kind of famous for schlocky movies. He was a pretty significant character in this whole movie. Like he's not just a walk-in cameo. He's an actor who is playing a part throughout this movie. Yeah, like it's just that he's also a director. So yeah, it always stands out to me that John Waters is an actor. Like I'm always like, oh, weird.
Yeah.
And I imagine this was your first time viewing this.
Oh, yeah. I think that may lend itself to why I'm remembering the good and skipping on the ridiculous. I do think that the dinner conversation was saved by the vasectomy reveal, because well then he is not worried about it being his kid at all. So that's why he's just eating dinner, having a good time.
Yep, just chilling and having a good time.
I think the fact that they still seem to care about their child makes the awkward pantsing of him a little less weird. Still plenty weird. I'm like, you guys are arguing, and then Glenn does get to be like, what about what I want? And it's like, oh yeah, man, little murder doll. What do you want?
Yeah,
not to murder
scary
people.
Face.
Yeah, super scary face. It's like, what? If an alien TM were to not want to hunt down people and stab them and eat their brains, but wanted just to live their life. Like, okay, well, you're a murder doll.
Puppy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. We said that this movie has its weaknesses. It has parts that are kind of bad and lame.
Yeah.
But the issue is there aren't many of them.
Yeah.
Like I think the one that I disliked the most was very early in the movie, and it's the puppet show. When the ventriloquist is like, he's not even funny. Yeah. He's just making fun of this doll. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't think I would laugh at this.
Add some jokes so we can also laugh.
Like, can we get to the comedy? Like, come on.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if I have much else to add to what happens, because I think the murders are mostly done well. I can agree with the acid one, mainly because the side plot of the paparazzi kind of just
it's just fun.
It goes out of the main plot, comes back, the guy's dead, but I don't think they bring him back.
No consequences.
Yeah. But they get to see a cameo from Brittany and send her over the edge. Her car blows up. Wow. It was a pretty good duplicate person. It was not Brittany for a $12 million movie.
Yep.
But her face looked like it. I was enough to be like, hold on a second. Did they?
You put the costume on? It's pretty close.
Yeah. So that one was maybe a weak point for me. A little bit of the red man, just like initial make out on the couch, wake up. That was a little bit weak for me. I think the assistant coming back to try and help and then getting burned to death was nice and quick. Just happens, but it furthers the fact that Glenda will kill somebody. Like, okay, yeah, that's a plot point, and we don't really care about Joan. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, before you reveal your score, let me just tell the audience that on this podcast, we do ratings, not grades. And the primary difference is where you find the average. See, in a grade, you would put the average at a 7 out of 10 because you would want to raise up all of the lower scores to get them closer to that 7 out of 10. And then nobody's feelings get hurt. It's great. But we are adults here. That's why we offer ratings. If we want to say something is average, we say it is a 5 out of 10. If we say it is above a 5 out of 10, that means we thought it was above average. Below, we thought it was below average. But with that said, and with all that we have considered, Justin, what would you give Seed of Chucky?
I was traumatized by the intro dripping white, air quotes, blood.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
Followed by the pregnancy by piranha sounding sperm. That was like, okay, if you'd gone to this in the theater, you're walking into it knowing it's called Seed of Chucky. Everybody, strap yourselves in, because here we go. A baby. If you missed the previous Bride of Chucky and didn't get any insinuations from that, guess what? There's a monster baby, and it's trying to find his parents and be accepted by them. And it kind of happens. Becomes a murderer monster doll, which matches the parents. And I kind of give this score because I like it better than Bride and Child's Play one. I'm happy with a 7. It is my first viewing, only viewing. I think Jennifer Tilly did a great job in her actress form. I think her as Tiffany did a good job as, wait, we're actually addicted to killing. That makes so much sense. We kind of just kill with no reason. The people show up, and if they can't beat us, they're going to be dead. I know that, yes, Brad Dourif voices Chucky and is the voice of Chucky, and that is the character that I know has more fame than Tiffany. I think Tiffany's getting more time and interesting things to do.
Wonderful addition to this franchise.
I'm glad that Chucky kind of tosses out that I'm not going to try and get into a human body. If you don't try that anymore, you won't get frustrated that you can't turn into a human. Yeah. But also, what would that mean if he turns into a human? Oh, we're just going to put Tiffany back into her regular actress body, and then we'll work from there. Because Brad Dourif's body is dead somewhere. Yeah,
it's very decomposed.
I'm happy with 7 because it may just be time and cinematography and writing, simple things. From 1988 to 10 plus years later, it's just a funnier, sillier movie, and I enjoyed it more than all the other ones. 7.
That's fair. That is a fair score, because I came into this at a 5 out of 10, where I was like, it's okay. It's got its moments, but it's okay. But then I just kept thinking about those moments, and they're so charming and they're so good. And so I'm at a 6 out of 10. I feel like this movie isn't up to what I loved about some of the other previous ones. And this one really did root itself right there in 2004, where it was like, here we are. We promise this will always be 2004. You can always come back to us. And if you happen to be right out of high school around 2004 and still a little bit awkward, getting a reminder of this time might not be the best.
Who would that be?
But yeah,
what population grew up with Chucky?
Who could possibly be in that age bracket? But otherwise, this movie has a lot of charm to this day. It's well worth the watch. Like, even if it's not your favorite movie in the franchise, I think it's still worth being in the franchise. I think that it's worth including in your viewing. Like, there were some Bond movies where I was like, you can skip that one. Like,
do people not like this movie?
I mean, this one generally has an average score under 5 out of 10. The Rotten Tomatoes is the lowest at 36%. And then IMDb is the highest at 4.9 out of 10. So most people think this is a below average movie. Our mutual friend said that this is, to him, the second worst in the franchise. And I disagree. I think this movie's fine. I don't think it's the best in the franchise. I think you're wrong there.
I mean, go ahead and divide us, man. That is some divisive talk.
I know. But it was a good time. I'm glad we went on that ride. So that gives us a show average of 6.5 out of 10, which I think, that's right behind original Child's Play.
That's fair.
With your weird scoring.
I think I expect to be let down with the rest of the Chuckies, because this one, the plot felt more there. Chucky, rejects his purpose is trying to become a human again. Like, I feel like there are enough tweaks that it became, oh, well, something different will happen next time, surely, because they said this is different now. Like, I expect Chucky to come back. I expect Tiffany and Glenn and Glenda to still be humans in the next one. If that's different, we'll see.
I hope that we continue on, but it is important to note that at least for the next 2 movies, we are no longer going to have a box office. We'll still have a budget, but we won't know how well these movies did. And both of the next 2 movies came out well into the streaming era. So you can't really point to like home sales, because not a lot of people were buying DVDs and Blu-rays anymore, and fewer will be doing it every year. I'm kind of crazy for buying these things on physical media.
Just making a small collection. You can auction them off on eBay.
Exactly. My kids will have something to sell when I'm dead and buried.
All right. Well, I think that's a good score average. Thanks, audience. If you've been listening this far, this is our 927th episode. No, we've only been through a couple of franchises. I have enjoyed a year or so of doing this, right?
We have had our 1-year anniversary. I forgot to text you about that.
I don't know exactly what day it happened, but I do think it's been a ride to get through. 6 franchises. Some of them are large, so 007 is basically a quarter or more of a year. Maybe a half a year. But thank you. If you enjoy our episodes, please like or comment, interact however you can, wherever you see us. I think we have our presence in Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Facebook too.
I haven't posted to any of those, so I apologize.
Which one are we doing?
These days, it is only
YouTube.
the podcast. Yeah, the podcast itself, which does appear on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. I thought I had seen, or maybe I was thinking, we'll zoom back, redeliver that. Like, comment, interact on our YouTube shorts or channel. The more you like, more share, we'll get more reach. If you have any comments on Seed of Chucky, go ahead and email us or leave a comment. I think it's fun to hear if other people enjoy it for its absurdity, or if they dislike it because it's a departure from what made Chucky horrifying and terrifying. Like, I enjoy that he knows he's scary in this one. Like, okay, he's aware that he's just gonna murder people. But let's see. Send us any suggestions for future franchises if you have them. Usually at least 3 films or more would be nice. But
I mean, I'll take a 2-film franchise. I'm fine with that. There's one in particular that I'm going to make you watch at some point.
Okay. I'm down for it. But thank you from us, your hosts. And until next time, watch your ankles. Chucky's out there. Bye.
Goodbye.
I've enjoyed this Chucky the most out of all of them.
It was
as reflected
surprising.
In my
score. Yep. I'm excited for the next 2 because, like, I've got a morbid curiosity about straight to video movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like no theatrical, nothing big.
You could do, and I assume get away with whatever you want. I don't know. I feel like a direct to video just has fewer. I don't know if there's different rules, but it just seems like, $5 million, make a movie. I wonder if we'll see Chucky portrayed by someone in a costume again. Well, we'll see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, did they pay an actor to be Chucky in a mask? Or, someone wearing the Chucky mask.
Is it cheaper than running the animatronic? Maybe.
Yeah. In 2013,
right?
Did they do CG?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Small budget.
It'll be exciting to find out.